Mwah, na na, wa na 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 na, mwah, na 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 na. Hello, beautiful chat buns, one and all. How are all of you? It's a lovely, lovely Saturday, except the weather is shit. And honestly, I woke up in a real bad mood, and then I basically had an internal tantrum about it, and then just was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna let this get to me, and did a bunch of housework and stretches and exercise. And now I feel amazing, I feel invincible. Turns out. I mean, why is that there? Ah. Why is that? Oh, god damn it. If I don't click on OBS, let's do... Why? My cards, I can't get my cards in hand. None of my... Oh. There we go, okay. I must actually have a hotkey set on my numpad that I haven't changed off. And that's why it was swapping scenes, but being very confused about it. But whatever. We're here. We're done. We're ready. We're ready to go. I've got the cards in hand. The Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because there aren't... Someone makes a 3D Shadowverse asset for Warrior. That would make me very happy. But anyway. I thought it was going to be a goddamn... It was the Battle Fest this weekend. It was not. It is the weekend tournament, which means it's the last weekend tournament that I'll be streaming. It won't be the last one of the year, but it'll be the last one I'll be streaming of the year, because depending on basically depending on when the when everything all shakes out or whatever, but I think I'll be leaving probably... I'll leaving for Christmas probably like Friday or something on the week right before Christmas, so it'll be... I probably won't be streaming the next weekend lobby tournament, because there is not a weekend lobby tournament when there is Battlefest going on. It's fine, because Battlefest is usually more rewards without having to actually win a tournament, so... Although, like, the one coming up is just, like, kind of air. Kind of air about it. Like, none of the sleeves I really care for. It's like, oh, you could have Granangita or Illyria or Rin, and I'm like, okay, I'm never going to use any of these, so I have no investments in any of these teams. But at least you get what the rewards based on the team you pick, to not what team wins. I would have liked that for a... I assume there'll be more Battlefests that will use that same format in the future, but it would be nice to have it for the fucking one with the card styles, so I'd have my goddamn frog puppets. That would have been nice. But anyway. It's time for the weekend lobby tournament. I haven't actually been playing that much this week. I've mostly just been depressed. I've mostly just been kind of out of it, so I haven't really been keeping up with dailies or whatever. Whatever I did, I have been trying to, like, I'm messing around with Forest Cross, mostly Rose Queen variants, but I'm still not confident in enough. Wow. Hello, I speak. Hello, darling. Yeah, I'm not particularly confident in, like, my ability to pilot it, so don't think I want to take it into the weekend lobby tournament. What I am, like, I haven't actually tested this version of the deck. I got a couple of rank win, because I wanted to get some ranked wins for the daily quest. I went to my normal legs, but I've been seeing a trend of Sandalphon for in Egg Portal. Hi, Vixie. Vixie will be in the Vixie. I'm pretty unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty damn sure Vixie is in the Wrestling Royale on Frogcast's channel. I'll shout out Frogcast later. Yeah, like, it's surprisingly easy to get him out and get him activated, especially in a slower. Like, this deck is like, it doesn't really have as many Evos. Its only real free Evo is Vryn and Gran and Jita, but that's usually like enough. But he got enough to get Sandalphon out, and because this is a very slow deck, it's not planning to win that quickly. Because it usually wants to play Beelzebub and then be a couple of turns. That can kind of be okay in terms of getting it. Because the idea is you get Beelzebub and then Sandalphon deals 15 damage rather than 10, as long as you can clear the opponent's face with something like Stonebreaker. Or you can do a very, very powerful combination, depending on your opponent's board, of being like Axia into Axia Super Evolve into Sandalphon. If you can clear enough of the opponent's board, and after a Beelzebub, that's a lot of damage. But obviously that requires your opponent to be fairly low on board, but it is reasonably doable. You can, it does, I think Sandalphon also is getting more common because he can work pretty well against Rose Queen Forest. And I think the popularity of that has increased the popularity of Sandalphon because you can threaten Rose Queen Forest with just being like, okay, you want to Rose Queen this turn, I will simply kill you. Because their board will be just Rose Queen, so as long as you have the ability to remove one big follower, then you can do a lot of damage with Sandalphon. Again, especially if you manage to land Beelzebub, which is just very good. They just have very good synergy. And Eggs kind of like lasts long enough without needing that as many Evos, because you don't need to you're not trying to get a fast Sandalphon out, you're trying to just get an inevitable Sandalphon out, basically. Is the idea. And you've also got cards like Chaos Legion to kind of reduce the damage, so you might not need to fully clear the board if you can guarantee enough hits on face. So I think I do want to try it, because it is mostly still doing egg stuff. It's obviously running a few less Odin and Beelzebub. Not running Lyria to guarantee draws of either of those, which is a bit risky, but it should be fine. It's got a bit more of a consistent early game, and Vryn and Gran Jita are very useful for card draw and board control. Vryn obviously being a very useful... Can just be a 2-drop if needed. So let's see, so I'm not going to do... I'm probably just going to do the tournament and then say... And then stop for the day, because I want to make sure I've got a bunch of stuff I still need to get done in terms of chores before I get dragged into a wrestling. Well, I'm not being dragged into wrestling. I have crafted a wrestler who will represent me in the ring, and she will demolish all that stands before her. I am merely the church. Not the rumors about the island true. No, you can't take me back to Guild War. I did my time. You can't take me back to Unite and Fight. It's fun once you've played Granblue and then stop playing Granblue, and then you get to see what fucking Guild War does to people from the outside. And understanding the context, and you're like, god damn. Truly is one of the great evils of the world. Oh god, we're on the screen on the first round. The pressure! Right, who have we got first? What are we against? Havencraft. Havencraft might be tricky. I need to be very careful about... I need to try and... Basically, for Havencraft, I do need to say... I don't want to keep Congruence in hand, because that means my early game is going to be trash. I do need to make sure I save these for their really, really scary boards. Because it's like, I don't really have any other way of dealing with a, Aether board. Listen, I have been a bit... Okay, so far so Havencraft doing Havencraft things. I think I do want to play, since I've got 2 axes in hand, I'll play one of these axes as a tempo. That's... I'm gonna guess it's, I think... Let's get... a bit under, but it's good to get, it is good to get. So we got a decent amount of pressure on early. And it's kind of like... Yeah, they're not going to have the space for, okay, Blind in Faith, but that still leaves Axia alive, so we're happy with that. Probably just draw with Gran and Jita. I'm tempted to, yeah, I'm gonna, also because I've got Sandy on hand, I'm gonna Evo here to, reduce his count and get more damage in. Now we just put a lot of damage in. They've already used 1 Blinding Faith. Okay, Wilbur. Kind of annoying. Yeah, that is... I don't actually have a clean way of dealing with the full Wilbur board, but I can... I would love to be able to punch through this, but I don't think I can. Yeah, anything I do just results in leaving at least 1 thing alive. I can't draw cards because then I will overdraw. I mean, it's not too, spending evos isn't too bad because we've got things here. I can't clear, I can't get a face punch in because the Cavalier is too strong for Granadita to clear, so I just have to accept that I'm not getting some damage in this turn. But we've still a lot of pressure on. Chico? Oh. Okay, so this... It probably still has Marwyn, and it probably still has Wardhaven cards, but... Dr. Thighs is here. Dr. Thighs is here to constantly heal my opponent, and I'm like, nyeh. Okay, so... Okay. We can... just rapidly... accelerate our Sandy whilst getting some damage in, so it's a bit slow, but it is dealing with their board. It's for free. It's got also Sandy, an 11 out of 15. Okay. Okay. Full cost Blinding Faith. I think I'm going to just Oh, we've drawn the other Sandy, so I don't have to worry about his evoke. I think I might just Ogre Cap and banish this Darkhaven Grace. Question is, do I want to Super Evolve for damage? I think I do. I think I do want to Super Evolve for damage. Because taking out their Darkhaven Grace just means they've got a lot less... That's going to massively reduce the amount of healing they can get down. Yeah, Super Evolving here means that next turn, if they don't make a board that is too large, I can potentially kill with Sandoffon. But there it is. The Ogre recap. She eat your amulet. Okay, Marwyn. If I don't, I think that means I win. Yeah, because that's not healing them. Okay, we win. So, let me make sure I got to do this. So, yeah. Puppet Lancer plus Puppet is... Actually, this works as well. But you don't need that many free evos to get a Sandalphon off. And like the small amount of Evo package does give the deck a bit more early game presence than Eggs usually does. The lizard who loves apples. I heard he's a lizard that costs 2 play points, and there's a 2/2 that auto evolves when you have Super Evolve unlocked. I had Vera in hand. It was on that previous, like, if they'd played Vera, they would have been able to keep their I'm just trying to think what exactly my opponent's deck was running. It seems to be some manner of Evo Haven. Thankfully, I didn't have to worry about Yeah, I think them setting up Marwyn this turn was possibly too greedy. I think they should have just played, like, arguably, so if they played Vera, my 2 options would have been either... I guess they were worried that that Vera would just get Odined, which is fair enough. But I really needed to... If they had Vera, then I'd either have to... Beelzebub would have killed. I probably would have just set up Beelzebub for the for massively increase my damage, because even if they like super evolved Vera manually, I would have Beelzebub strips her abilities anyway, so I wouldn't have to worry about I wouldn't have had to worry about her like damage cap. I keep forgetting to put the fucking... Just remembered, yeah, I still have not remembered to put the fucking Uma Musume emotes on. Gotta do the dances! Gotta show people I was there when Uma Musume was in Shadowverse. I mean, I do show that whenever I play my Odins, but still. I will never Umapoi. I will never always forget to Umapoi. Okay. Finished. Soon, on to round 2. Not too long. Yeah, that was probably, I'd say still, that was a fairly strong draw, because I got Sandalphon in my early hand, I had I had a bunch of Evos available on hand, so I was able to get the free Evos off pretty quickly. So we'll see if the deck remains that consistent, or if it's just diluting itself a bit. Against the Runecraft. That's kind of scary. Now, Runecraft is annoying because, if they get Lilanthem on the field, then she's eating, at minimum, 3 Sandalphon shots. Because, of course, the Beelzebub damage increase only applies to the leader, so he still does only does 2 damage to followers, so even if... So even if she's at a 5/5, she's still going to be on the board. I don't have any way to remove her apart from, like, completely... So we keep... Yeah, we'll keep... I think I'll keep all of this, to be honest. I won't keep Axia. I think there's better things I could draw. That's probably a better thing to have in hand than Axia. Yeah, you want to... Like, I think keeping a Sandalphon in hand... Good. Also, Foresight, so it might be Spell Boost. Rather than, The Foresight then tends to imply Spell Boost rather than, Earthright. And I should be... somewhat favored against Spell Boost. Okay, I was going to see, like, am I actually going to, like, drop the Enhanced Puppet just to kill it, but this is better. Means I can Soprano and Wasteland next turn. And if it's Spell Boost, they're unlikely to put something on the board this turn. And they're going to wait until next turn where they're going to drop the fucking... Okay. Jillanese. Do I care about Jillanese? Not really. Let's get Egg out and Puppet for now. I might need the puppets for dealing with Annangrea. Yep, there they are. This is a bit annoying, unless I draw something that makes it less annoying. I think I do have to use Gran and... It depends what how aggressive they're going to be this turn. If they decide to be aggressive, then that's going to be a problem. Ah, fuck. I think my only choice here is to hope I at least win the 2 and 3 with this Gran and Jita. I guess if it shoots the summoning, okay. But because it shot that, then I'm not going to Evo here, even though I do have Sandalphon in hand, because I'm not going to hit through anything, and just means that Jillanese survives, which is annoying, but not devastating. That is annoying though, having that ready. I just have to hope. Oh, Astrologer, so it is Earthright then. Okay. Okay, well we've got a lot of card draw in hand at least. Okay, sure. I will. Do I want to use Stonebreaker here? Really not worth Stonebreakering, I think. I think I'd rather draw more cards in this situation, to be honest. Because I would like to have something like Sylvia. It's important to draw cards at this point because I really need something to deal with, Norman! Yep. Like, if they don't have Congregant or Sylvia in hand when they play Norman, I do just lose. I can't draw cards, I have too many in hand. So it's just healing up. And I could, but I would overdraw next turn. We blow up the 2 barriers. Fucking Norman! The only thing that's really kind of being annoying, though, is is lacking, like, well, what's going reasonably well is that they don't have that much Earthright, but I feel like they're probably more spell boost inclined. I don't think this is going to be a deck that's trying to Lilanthem me. I think this is a they're going to try and maybe I think it's just running the Earthright stuff as a thing. Okay, Lashona's good to hear. I do need to get cards out of my hand, so I know if I Wasteland, I'm going to overdraw. So I think I need to save this Wasteland for another turn. And then we are still playing Eggs, Yeti. It's a slightly different version of Eggs, but it is still Eggs. I made a mistake. I should have popped the Wasteland. But they're unlikely to just let me have an open board at the very least. Really like to have a board space. Okay, yeah, they're not letting me, leaving me with an open board. That's good. I don't know if I want to start spending. I am alright, actually. I woke up feeling really rough, but I just kind of like locked. As the kids say, I locked in and felt a lot better. I just did a bunch. I put some washing on, did some dishes, did my washing up, did my thing. Okay, so they are forcing me to make a very annoying trade here, but I do want to do it because I would like to set up this. Have Beelzebub active. Locking in is actually real, true. Are they just going to OTK me now? Okay, they're not going to OTK me, but they are going to hurt. Actually, it depends. What's the... Okay, no Dimension Climb, that's good. My problem is I don't actually have a method to kill... I can kill the Noble Shigami, actually. Yeah. Sylvia... So I need to heal. And I need to kill the... I'm just checking I've got... So that's 9, so... But they still have a Super Evo is the problem. I have to Super Evo here to actually do enough to actually being able to bomb Fed off with enough damage, even though I can't target it. We do it in this order to get a bit more damage in. They can do that again! I'm a bit screwed. However, the one thing is Sylvia is high enough, does have the second coup. Oh no! Into the Dimension Climb. I think he's gonna triple Q on me. They are! What the fuck, man? Fucking bullshit. Nothing I can do about that. Unless I could have healed for way more. Like, keep in mind, they didn't have, like, a low number of cards in the deck. It wasn't guaranteed they were gonna have Cure in hand after Dimension Climb. It was, in fact, reasonably unlikely that they would have the third Cure in hand after Dimension Climb. Odds low. And yet... The 4-0 is a dream. There's no 4-0 again because I got fucking high rolled. Evil. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Kick the ball for no reason. I'm not even trying to score. I didn't even see who I'm playing against. Whoever they are, they're a pink horse. Yeah, swordcraft, okay. Okay, I don't want to keep Vren in hand. He's for later. This is, I really need... Maybe I should have kept a Vren in hand, because now I don't have any fucking early game cards against Swordcraft. Okay. We are saved from the brick. I would like to draw a slightly better 2-drop, but, getting on board against Swordcraft is very much needed. I don't have any way to deal with that, and I don't want to, like, burn my own board to, get ahead, so... There's going to be Loot Sword, because they've played Octris. They're going to get hit by the Octris, but we are at least going to be able to, set up Lashana and deal with both of these. Just use the full bonus play point, so hopefully whatever they play next can be dealt with by Brown and Jita. I can draw into a puppet follower with the Wasteland. Second Octris. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with second Octris. Can I draw something that makes a puppet, please? You are not something that makes a puppet. So, in the interest of... I think I do have to play Gran and Jita here just in the interest of not dying. Like, I could gamble and draw cards in the hope of getting anything that draws a puppet, but that's way too risky against Loot Sword, I think. Like, Morbid. Okay, this is a very aggressive variant of Loot Sword. Maybe it's... Probably just have to super evolve one of these Sylvias because I need to heal when I can, basically. Especially when they're just being incredibly aggressive. So I'm just like, I need to heal out of the range of anything they try and do to me. So that's food. So I've got 2 Sylvias in hand, which generally helps a lot to that. What eggs? They got Golden Knight. I might just start turning the tables in terms of pressure on them now. I don't think that I'm going to have a better reason to Ogre Cap against Swordcraft than Super for Golden Knight. I do need to save my own Evo points, though. I can't be too reckless with them because I need Sylvias. I need potentially to end the game with things. So, like, whilst it does mean probably going to take a bunch of damage from the Octrius Crest. My egg! That was really unfortunate. If they hadn't removed that egg, I would have been able to think. They're just beating me over the head with horses. A lot of damage this turn, but I'm alive. I can somewhat maintain the state of being alive. Right, Okay, Axia is incredible here. Okay, we're out of Albert range. Oh! That was scary. But we're alive. Well, that top deck Axia was late tablet. Barely even removes any cards from the... Oh no, maybe I just wasn't looking at the deck properly. I'm pretty sure that removed a chunk of them. 2 tablets! Wait, how are they going to remove Axia now? Okay, they just fucking die. Go, my Beelzebub. Go! Axia Blast! Oh! The very powerful aspect of eggs is being able to pretty consistently just sit just outside of your opponent's kill range. In this case, it was 12 damage from the powerful Albert turn. It was a very odd deck, though. Like, Tablet, but with... Like, Tablet is usually in pure loot, but did they just not draw Cicero? I assume Cicero is in the deck. If you're running Octrus. Like, that just makes sense. Oh, they left! They're like, no, I ain't playing another round. Fuck this shit. I think the Runecraft player is the one I was fighting against. Yeah, Swordcraft player is definitely going for, I hope they can't put up awards in front of my, incoming Albert. They can Sage Light, but that doesn't get them out of, Oh, they have 2 Sage Lights. Well... That must not feel good. That never feels good. It's just like I have precisely put my opponent into a dangerous lethal position, then just like, nah, what if I heal out of it? They were very clearly going all in on being able to land this, to kill with this Albert. And now this Albert does not kill in the slightest. They themselves, however, aren't quite dead yet. They do get to heal a bunch themselves. So it's going to be hard for them to actually get into kill range. The Runecraft player is played out there in one of their Kuons. Okay, it is included. I don't need to see my bracket. Whatever. Trying to see how we see what happened. I don't think we're going to see that how this ends. Astrologer the Urgent? Yeah. Really want to keep the... And just hold on for... Yeah, I think I just, like, survive another turn and then kill them with the Kuon nonsense. This is... Oh, we take our 3-0 because my opponent dropped out. Okay. Yeah, and then we're just gonna kill with the Kuon. Well, can they? You get to see the end of this match, but it is very interesting. Like, the Albert is actually out of range for them to kill normally. I guess they have the fucking bunch of play points to play. Okay, they got the Stormy Blast, so they can kill. They went for card draw rather than healing. Okay, now they're heal. Are they going to heal or are they going to barrier? I would probably heal so that you don't die to... Yeah. Because not healing means you're likely to die to, getting hit in the face with 2 knives. And then just go, get rid of this, buddy. But yeah. If they hadn't have healed, the Swordcraft player would actually win here. Because they get a knife from Lair and a knife from Returning Slash. But unfortunately, Norman. Thing is, do I have to actually Does anyone know? Do I have to, if my last opponent's dropped out and I've already gotten all of my matches done, do I have to stick around? Middle stage has already finished their match. It's not even up on the screen yet. I'm gonna laugh at the Dragoncraft player one. I want to make a Dragoncraft deck. I probably should just bite the bullet and craft the bajillion legendaries I need to play Dragon. I get the feel like... I don't feel like the Runecraft deck would have won very quickly unless the Dragoncraft player concedes incredibly fast. But I get the feeling the Dragoncraft player is just going to... Or are they? They might have just conceded after the opponent completely... They've gone for a very... Why did they mulligan all their early game cards? I'm very confused. I don't see this going well for the Dragon player. Yeah, play point out your Zoe. Zoida. Evo so that you can actually have some board press. Runecraft player actually overdraws, but doesn't overdraw anything particularly dangerous. We do have a few options. They're probably gonna... Okay, they're gonna Apprentice. They can clear Zoe. I'm pretty sure they can clear Zoe with the Stormy Blast. They've played quite a few. I haven't been keeping track, but they've played quite a few spells, so... Yeah. Dragoncraft player can only play Galamo here. It's fine. Gets them... They don't even bother with clearing the 2-2. Honestly, fair. Aaron and Greya... Saving the demonic calls for No, Genry, I probably would. I guess there's too many things that Wellness dies to. And just make a big scary board with Gario. I feel like the Dragon player might just like run over. The Runecraft has healing, has some healing in hand. They've got Sage Lights. They can definitely clear the board at the very least right now. They've got like so many resources. They've got Aaron Greya, they've got Demonic Calls, they've got a Stormy Blast, they've got Idleice. The Dragoncraft player does just have another Garyu. Well, they've been thinking too much, they're running out of time. Okay, big Stormy Blast shot. Idleweiss, less efficient. But they still clear. Managed to get everything, they managed to do their full turn. And they're just gonna... Garyu Super Evolve, say, okay, you dealt with one, deal with another one, idiot. Cycled Fangs for some reason? Why did they do that? Yeah, I don't quite understand that play. Like, all it did was reduce the health of your followers by one. I guess they didn't want to overdraw, of course. Because when Garyu would have attacked the follower, that would have generated another Fangs. They would have two Fangs rather than the one, so this stops an overdraw. It is possible. The next turn is the last. They didn't. Here's the thing: is like the Runecraft player does want to, really wants to heal, but can they? They aren't healing. Hello, Flo. Flo of the VTubes. I'm watching. My final match was my opponent quit, so I don't have. So I'm just watching whatever the match that's going on the big screen. So this is the final match of the lobby tournament has ended. Okay, how does Dragoncraft deal with this? They can. Galamo does work pretty well here. Galamo with Storm, One Fangs. Doesn't actually clear. But the Runecraft doesn't have, like, a way to kill them afterwards. I think maybe the Galamo play was a bit too... like... Yeah. I guess we'll find out who won right now. It was the... Oh no, that was the Runecraft player. I would imagine that the Runecraft player... you don't get to see how that match ended, but I feel like the way the Runecraft player gets out of that is top-decking Norman. They don't necessarily need to top deck. They could have also burned the... used up a dimension climb. But yeah, that honestly could have gone either way. If the Dragoncraft player had slightly more aggression in them. And as you can see, I have barely been doing even park quests even. Anyway, what I need to do before I get some fucking stuff, we need to put a fucking... I want to keep the flag because it's a cool flag. Then we want to sort of the normal dance, the Umapoi dance. There we go. There we go. Put it also earlier in the thing and swap out the show-off card for the horsey heart dance. I'm just moving. So let's move the stuff I actually use to be further. I don't clap for shit. It's a shame that the horsetail and horses are tied to specific hairstyles. Yeah. Okay, that was a weekend lobby tournament where I played 3 games, and arguably I played the one where I lost, but it was a very, I couldn't have done anything to solve that. So that was the player, that's both times I have lost to the person who won the tournament, which I'll mend my bruised ego a little bit, I guess. At least moral victory that I lost to someone who was actually like, wasn't just someone who do not buy levels. A really bad idea to buy levels in the battle pass. Because you get way, as long as you like play a reasonable amount, especially if they do any kind of like events, you get so much more battle pass XP than needed. So it's only if you're incredibly impatient should you ever spend money on the. You shouldn't. You should fight the impatience. I haven't even bought the battle pass yet. I'm gonna wait until. I need to make sure I do need to actually make sure I play a bunch, because obviously I'm gonna be away for the last week of it, because that'll be the end of December. And I gotta make sure I get Cooper done. I must get, you can't just put canon gay character as a battle pass leader and then me not get it. I gotta get her. I'm so close to doing a tendril, but actually, possibility. We go back now that we've picked up our rewards. We can go back and open some boxes. Maybe that will give us some money. It probably won't. These give us very little, but we've got enough for 2 10 things. And sometimes you're like, wow, you get a lot of stuff. So far, very little. A lot of it is just duplicate clothing items that don't actually get you a lot. Such is the way of things, but yeah, that was probably what, 200 total? Okay, not quite that low, but I don't think I have any. And I do think I can. There's the I think I'm missing 1 collab mission. Oh yeah, but it's not one that gives me any. Yeah, even if I do I've done all the collab missions that actually get me stuff. So there's no point me doing 3 spectate matches in the lobby just to get some sleeves and a poster. I'll have to wait until tomorrow to do my next tendril. One day, maybe, I'll get another fucking leader exchange ticket. It'll probably won't be something I want, but at least I'll feel like they exist. But yeah, I need to make sure, double checking that I have. Let me give me a shout out to the Frog of Cass. I will be on her. I will be, as I said, it's the way that the whole thing works is I will be on for as long as my wrestler is on. So I'll be on for some time. Maybe it'll be long. Maybe it'll be quick. It's in a very silly wrestling game. Like, not one of the crappy WWE ones, one of the actual proper goofy ones. It doesn't actually say which it is. But anyway, so that's where I will be, and that will be starting at 7 PM GMT, so that will be, it's what, 4:30 now, so that will be 2.5 hours from now. I will be there. Well, I won't be there exactly on 7 PM GMT because I don't know when my wrestler will be on. Entirely, it's pretty sure it's all shuffled up. That's where I will be. Ryzen wants to talk, not fight. yeah, so I will be... So as I said, I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming next week. I'm kind of like thinking about what I gotta do because I don't really want to start. I might just be, as far as like the weekday game stream doing, I might just be doing Tomb Raider 2 because I don't know if I want to start anything when I'm then only got a week afterwards. I don't know if I want to like start another game, or if I wait until the next year and then just make sure I get Tomb Raider 2 finished this year. Because I want to make sure I've got space on the week after, will be the last, which will be the week before Christmas. So I've got to get my Parasite Eve run in. Or I don't know. I've only done it. It's not really a tradition. I've only done it once. I only did it as a thing last year, but it's a fun thing to do. It's a game I know I can beat quite happily in a single sitting, so why not? Why not just play Parasite Eve through all the way from start to end? It is real good. It is, after all, a real good game. And it's always worth playing again. Or maybe one day, I'll actually do the Chrysler Building. Parasite Eve fan, excited to potentially actually finish the game one day. But now I've got to find someone to raid. If I was smart, I would have been looking for people to raid whilst doing that, but anyway. Many people online, but oh. Thank you for watching. And we will raid. Okay, let's raid Callum. Raid that fucking rabbit. Rabbit solidarity. And yeah, I'll see you all next week. Have a lovely... There's so much art of Calla that I'm just like, I just want to chew her. She just looks, she's... It's like Calamarici, more like Calamamochi. Haha! Like, she gets very, like, gummy art. Especially, and I guess it's partially her, like, model, the style of her the model she has is very... Looks also a bit chewable. But yes. We'll send you off to her, and then I'll see you all next week. Bye. Why did I say password?